I'm just thinking about the peace, love, unity, respect of like the rave scene back in the 90s. That whole mentality of coming together uh, as one people, uh, and many peoples at the same time, from different point of view and uh, having different input on what can be done and what can be considered as being successful. Hello, hello. I'm Sam from Montreal, DJ, producer, facilitator. Welcome to the Arc. Platform capitalism as a whole, I think, is a very is a tool that polarizes a lot of people in general. It can be social media. When we hear about people arguing on social media or from any standpoint, and also just on any subject, it's one of the byproducts of this, and go like going against this effect of platform capitalism by unifying each other and coming together and try to understand the other people's point of view. That can be in many where you come from, understanding the other and being able to listen. Not only listen to answer, but really listen to like to everyone. There's engagement in asking whether you're for or against something, and there's engagement. Whereas what is and instead of being in one camp or the other, there's engagement that is
What do we mean?
that is transformative and trying to understand the understand your truth, someone else's truth, and the reality of a situation. And there's also, I think, throughout the years, the engagement and what we see online has been very much one-sided, where it's fed to us. It's consuming things, and I feel it's important to include the person uh, into like the. It should be both ways and not only one way. Where you consume it, it should be it should ask the person to construct it's co-construction and co-creation of a better culture, or a better environment or ecosystem. That I think it's social media has the potential for that, and lately in my opinion, it's been very highlights of everyone, which is fine. It's totally perfect to encourage and show and be proud of yourself. But then if it's only that, it can raise some insecurities in others because of competition and uh, and re-questioning self-worth and all the bad effects of social media that we all know today. It, it was definitely a muscle that I had to work to not yeah, to not have expectations of the results, but also changing my mentality about it's not. It doesn't matter how many people hear it. It's who hears the thing. You know, it can be one play, but if their one play is gonna get you somewhere with a big opportunity, you know, it's it's all worth it. And you know, before before there was a world before social media.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
you know, there's great artists that are renowned and they will get
Yeah.
two or three plays because they were not they didn't they were not born into the algorithm. Nowadays there's people that were born in 2006 that there was already an algorithm and they were and that's nowadays like their career as like artists who are were formed in the context of an algorithm, so it's different. For myself, I started my music career when you know social media, SoundCloud, it was starting to be a thing, definitely. uh, but there were I feel that there while that it was true, there was also some kind of real the point was not to get viral.
Yeah.
It was about to touch
Create.
people, and yeah, and so I think the needing the one like wanting to have that sort of visibility through virality is not the same as visibility through human connection, and you know, talking to people, going, you know, having meaningful connections that takes like the music, it shifts the perspective on the music itself. I think because there's a whole context of like who is this person, how like how do they think, how do they are they approachable, are they, you know, it's different when you hear the music and know the person, or when it's just a music that is like constantly consumed in 20 seconds. The concept of unity, you know, it's um, when it's like on the big stage, very far, and there's barriers. There's not that human connection that is uh, diluted because of that this sort of hierarchy, or that you know, when you put someone on a pedestal, not only there's pressure on that person to deliver, and that can be that can be in all sorts of ways. So like looking good, having you know, doing gestures, and also we have to remember the intention of those things. There's a lot of DJs that just because they're very happy and they are moved by the music, they will do
Yeah.
crazy things, you know? And I thought, so that's part of it. When you're with the crowd and at the same level, it gives an opportunity to co-create an environment that is like a dialogue. It's there is no party without the music, and there is no party without the people. So it's how can we make an environment where everyone has a role and feels included in that role to make to make a space that is meaningful to both artists and participants. I like to call it the wow effect, where it's like it needs to be a spectacle, and that comes with a lot of it with like social media, and needing the 15 seconds of visibility, for the algorithm. So and that translates into the club because everyone has their phone, and it's the the the, the need for having a memory of that moment isn't isn't as much as being in the present moment than it is on having having a evidence of being there and sharing it with their friends, and that adds on to having like showing your friends and having highlights and wow moments and adding to the anxiety, and it's everything's in everything. It's a whole uh, gear work. There's a reason where this happens. It's because we live in such a uh, there's an environment and a context where first of all the music industry has become a massive industry, and a lot of money is uh, is attached to it, and just is a mega capitalistic uh, entity right now, and it's difficult to to where the cost of rent, cost of living, cost of everything now is very so much higher than it was, and the financial power that everyone has is a lot smaller than it was. There's much more pressure for some things and venues also to be uh, successful. I feel like one of the downsides of it being in industry and not so much a uh, unifying experience and a movement that what it was before, you know.
Pretty good. Very good.